Stephen, what does the election result mean?
What it means, I think, is great confusion, particularly in terms of the government's fundraising programme. We've seen overnight already that the currency, sterling, has fallen both against the euro and against the dollar. We've seen that the gilt market is down, though not by very much. That means it's that bit harder for the government to raise money from outside investors, and there's an awful lot of money to raise. So I think confusion reigns for the time being.
And what about this uncertainty in the public sector as a whole?
Well, I think the clearly different parties have different ambitions as to how quickly they need to do the cost cutting. But the fact is that a lot of what they are going to be able to do is constrained by the fact that they need to raise a lot of money from outside investors, i.e. from the bond market. You remember the American politician James Carville, one of Clinton's aides, said that if he were ever reincarnated, he'd like to be reincarnated as the bond market, because if you're the bond market, you can intimidate everyone. And really, however the dice fall, whatever coalitions or allegiances I think are struck in the next few days, a lot of what the public services are going to be able to deliver is going to be constrained by the fact that the government needs to demonstrate to the bond market that it's serious about cutting the deficit. It's a bit boring, really, but that's the way it is.
And finally, what would you like to see happen?
I think it would be I think for the Labour Party, having won less than 30% of the vote, fewer than 2 in 10 of people registered to vote actually came out and voted Labour. I think for them to claim they have much of a mandate now would be surprising. So I think the Tories would probably have to pick it up and run with it, although I don't think it's much of an election to win.
Stephen, thank you very much.
Thank you. Super.